Amazing aviation community here in Ocala. If you're just listening to the last segment, there's an airplane at the airport right now. It's called, I'm going to probably mess it up, Ford Tri-Motor, I think is what they're calling it, but it's an airplane, one of the first, if not the first, I was a little bit confused about that, passenger airplanes that we've ever had in this country. And you can fly in it. It's $75 to fly. They're going to fly all over Ocala, I guess. Leave from and return to the Ocala airport. But if you don't fly, at least go check it out. Go see this thing. It's an amazing looking plane. I'm looking at a poster of it right now. And one correction I wanted to make, when the gentlemen were just here, we were talking about Ocala Aviation being a great place to go learn to become a pilot, to get your pilot's license, etc. And they do have an affiliation with a university, but it's not Embry-Riddle. And I'm not even sure that I'm right about the university. That might be old news, but Dan was texting me that we had the information incorrect regarding Embry-Riddle. But anyway, so if you do want a pilot's license, you can do the whole thing here, according to this. All licenses and degrees are attainable here in Ocala at Ocala Aviation. Galen Unold is on the phone. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Have you ever wanted to be a pilot?
No. Nope.
Do you like flying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it.
See, yeah. I would be afraid that something would happen, like yesterday with that window, or 2 days ago. That window that blew, the engine that blew up and knocked out a window. Holy mackerel!
You would be scared if you were the pilot or if you were blind.
Anything. See, this is why everybody made fun of us for taking the train, but at least on the train, everybody doesn't die. A couple of people do.
I think there are probably more train deaths.
I know there are.
Than there are airline deaths.
I know. I mean, yesterday that was the news. The one lady who died, unfortunately, in that accident, is the first person since 2009, I think they said.
Right.
That's a long time.
I don't worry about stuff like that. I mean, I worry about some stupid stuff like the Red Sox starting rotation. But I don't worry about I don't worry about, if I'm going to crash.
So speaking of Red Sox, I have a topic today I think you're going to like. It is the least and the most expensive baseball stadiums to go to. I'll tell you the prices, not only for the tickets, but also for the hot dogs and the parking and things like that. But I also have like some tips from, I can't remember where I got this from now. cheatsheet.com, on how to get a cheap seat at a baseball game and then have a more enjoyable time than other people in the cheap seats. So.
Oh, cool.
Kind of a fun topic. All right, before we do that, how is the blood supply right now?
We're kind of where we've been, right there, the 4-day blood supply. We're just in emergency need of type O. We just cannot keep up with our demand for type O. So, and to put it into perspective, in order to get 10 O negatives, we have to collect almost 125 total donors.
Really?
So just get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood, because O negative is so rare.
Oh, wow.
Please, give the gift of life, donate blood.
And especially if you're O negative, I guess, right?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so donate blood. Make sure you thank the folks at Palm Garden and Penn Flooring. Those two businesses sponsor that important announcement each day. Palm Garden of Ocala, real quickly, you're not going to find a better facility for the health and rehabilitation of yourself or a loved one. The best thing I can recommend is to take a tour, see it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go and see it for yourself, and then you will agree with me. They're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Ask questions. Ask, what is Larry talking about when he says you've got 21st century technology? Find out for yourself what that means, and I'll tell you in a nutshell, it means that rehabilitation is actually better than it used to be. You will regain use of your legs, your arms, maybe. Sure. It depends on what's going on with you. But in 10 years ago, you might not have been able to give up that walker. Now they've got some techniques, some therapies that might be able to help you with that. So just ask them the questions. Palm Garden, 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Penn Flooring, their mission is pretty simple. They've put down beautiful, durable flooring, whether it's carpet or wood flooring or tile or anything else that you might want to walk on in your home or office. it's not only beautiful, but it's very functional and easy to maintain, which is probably the most important thing for a guy like me. Go to penflooring.com. They've got a website, but better than that, just like with Palm Garden, take a visit, not a tour necessarily in this case, but go see their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street and say thanks to Penn Flooring. All right, ready for this? This is fun.
Yeah, let's do it. And I'm sure the Red Sox are probably one or in the top 3 most expensive stadiums.
I will tell you right now, they are the most expensive stadium.
Yeah, they are.
They are the most. So that one will. It's a little spoiler for this segment, but okay. So let's do the cheap ones first.
Sure.
The cheapest stadium in the country. Now this is last year's prices, so something might have changed since.
And this includes parking. What else?
Yes,
what else does this include?
Parking. Okay. The average cost. Hold on. First of all, across the board, the whole country, the average cost for spending a day at a ballpark is $77.92 for 2 people. That's for 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the average across the whole country.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But now just the individual stadiums. The least expensive is Los Angeles Angels at Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
Yeah, that's because it's where it's located at. Parking is cheap.
Parking is $10 there. Two beers will cost you $9. 2 hot dogs will cost you $9, and 2 tickets to see the game, $19.60.
Those are some cheap seats.
Yeah. The cheap tickets along with lower prices, and those aren't necessarily bad seats, by the way.
Sure.
The $19.60 seats. Wow, I wonder why.
Red Sox destroyed them last night, so that's fine. Yeah.
All right. The next one on the lower end, I think I have 5 or 6 from each, the low end and the high end, so I don't have every stadium. The next one is the Los Angeles Dodgers, another LA team. Dodger Stadium will average you $55.10. It's $21.60 for the tickets, $11 for 2 hot dogs, $12.50 for 2 beers, and $10 to park.
Yeah, it's out again. It's in Chavez Ravine, which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, out from LA, and it's a great ballpark. It's a really, really good ballpark.
The hot dogs are $11, but they're apparently famous. Dodger dogs. Have you ever had one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
of course. When I went to Dodger Stadium, it's the first thing I said. I just want a Dodger dog. Just want a Dodger dog, and so it's a great place. It's a really good ballpark.
If everybody from Ocala went to this ballpark in Dodger Stadium, we would basically fill the seats. That would be at 56,000 seats it has. That's pretty. Well, it's not as big as where the Gators play, is it? No, that's like 83,000.
No, not even close. Not even close. Yeah. Baseball parks are always smaller. They're less ended. They're just smaller stadiums. So.
All right. The next one is the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, Arizona Diamondbacks. 57.
Yeah, I mean they get a lot of retirees out there and things like that. I haven't been to that stadium, so I haven't been there.
Let's see. The next one is Coors Field for the Colorado Rockies.
I have been to that one. Yeah.
Let's see. What does it say about that one?
Cheap.
2 hot dogs, $9.50. 2 beers, $12. Parking is $13. 2 tickets are $24.80. The Coors Field's concession prices are about average, and food options include Rocky Mountain oysters.
Nobody wants those.
They do. Apparently, they're popular out there. Fried bull testicles, Robin. Robin's out there somewhere. She's don't know what she's doing out there, actually.
That makes sense. That's why the toast is a little dry today, Larry.
The toast is dry, yes. The Minnesota Twins, next one on the list. At Target Field, $60.40 is the average. $30.40 for the tickets. $9 for the hot dogs. $15 for 2 beers, and $6 to park.
Yeah, again, because of where they're located, they have so much parking because of the Mall of America and everything else that's around that stadium. So it's easy to get to. It's a beautiful stadium. And if you look, the teams you've mentioned, for the most part, with the exception of the Dodgers, last year just weren't very good. Colorado was better than people thought. And so you have to price your product where people are going to show up even if you stink.
I'm surprised that the Tampa Bay Rays are not in the low end on this list.
They're not cheap. They are not cheap because of parking.
Yeah.
Parking and like beer and concessions is extremely, I think, overpriced. So.
Yeah, I did look them up. I didn't print it up, so I don't have it in front of me. But I looked it up just to be curious, and yeah, it looks like it's not really like. Although I'll tell you this: if you, I wish we were giving away tickets. We used to give away tickets to the what do you call the thing, Tropicana Field. But
yeah.
Let's see, $28.80 for 2 tickets to the Cincinnati Reds. The average price with food and parking is $61.30.
Yeah, they just have been so bad for so long. It's just, and they're just such a poorly run organization.
It's the first official baseball franchise. I didn't know that. Cincinnati.
Yep. Yeah, they've been a long time.
Let's see, the cheapest hot dogs of any stadium at just $1. Oh, they have okay, $1 hot dogs over there. Well, that's pretty
there you
good.
go.
All right, the Pittsburgh Pirates are next on the cheap end. $62.43 for everything I've mentioned. Nothing looks really that different from the other ones. That's in PNC
Beautiful
Park.
ballpark.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful ballpark.
Where's okay, Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Looking for anything that stands out with the food. No, nothing stands out. Okay. Now we go to the most expensive ones. The least of the most expensive is the San Francisco Giants at AT&T Park. $90.81 total for everything I've said. $21 to park.
I haven't been to their new stadium. I've been to Candlestick, but I haven't been to where they play now, and I really want to. It's on my bucket list. It sits right on the bay. I want to see that one.
Well, that does sound like a pretty view. Yeah. Let's see. New York Mets at Citi Field is next. $94.19 it'll cost you. It's almost $50 for 2 tickets.
Yeah, New York. Yeah.
$6.25 for a hot dog over at Citi Field. Wow.
Yep.
The next on the most expensive list is the Seattle Mariners at Safeco Field for $94.71. You can get 2 hot dogs, 2 beers, parking, and 2 tickets.
It's a really nice stadium, the way they have it set up, but and it's just expensive out there. I was shocked when I went to it how much a ticket cost. So.
All right, now they may drive slow, but they're one of the most expensive. Galen, Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's because of the exchange rate when you really think about it. So, I've been to that field. It's not great. Rogers Center. It's a dome. I'm not a dome. I don't like domes. I don't like artificial turf, but it's not bad as far as domes go.
$109.38 for all of the above.
Yeah, it's the exchange rate's brutal.
All right, so here are the top 3 most expensive stadiums. Number 3, New York Yankees, $109.40.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why they're really struggling last year. Well, the year before they really struggled with attendance because the ticket prices were so expensive. So it actually came down.
All right, my toast is about to be buttered, Galen.
Oh, good. You know what? I mean,
we have guests.
She can leave any other time, but if she leaves during this segment, it's like Larry just runs out of energy.
All right, second
Got
most.
Nobody to talk to.
Second, I have you. The second most expensive ballpark is Wrigley Field, Chicago Cubs. $116.06 to buy 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 beers, and park.
Parking is brutal there, but the really most people come in on that public transportation, but the real cost is the seating because there are so few seats compared to you take a place like where Cincinnati plays where it's probably got 15,000 more seats, and it's Wrigley Field and they had just coming off winning the World Series, so it makes sense that they're more expensive, better product.
I want to tell you something about parking real briefly, and other people who lived in New York as a driver longer than I did, because I didn't drive there when I was a kid, but later on I did. But I used to park in Shea Stadium and then I think I took the bus and then the subway to get into the city. It was just cheaper and quicker for me. And you just parked your car and left. Nobody bothered it. Now they wouldn't let you do that. Of course, Shay's not there anymore, but you know what I mean.
Well, now it would cost you $15 to do that.
Just to park.
Yeah.
That's probably why they started charging to park.
No, there was just another revenue stream.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's now you have to pay to park if you're going to go watch a football game in Ocala. They charge you like $4 to park. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's true.
It's a revenue stream. It's all it is. It's nothing more than that. It's a revenue stream. And you know what? You have to get to the ballpark because a lot of these places, there's no other way to get there other than driving. So you're either going to park and have somebody else drive you or something, but you're going to have somebody drive you there in a car.
So the most expensive ballpark, as we mentioned in the beginning, is Fenway Park for a Boston Red Sox game. Robin, take a guess. How much do you think it costs for 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 beers, and parking?
$250.
Galen, what do you think?
That's probably not far off. It's probably a little less than that, but yeah, right around that mark, $195, I'd say.
Okay, and again, this was last year. This is $157.
Oh my gosh!
Again, if you look at it, it's one of the smallest stadiums as far as seating. It's by far and away the best ballpark in the country. I mean, year after year, it's voted as the best ballpark to watch a game at. So, and they're the Boston Red Sox. They can get away with it. When you're 15-2, you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Well, they've got a lot of history there. I mean, gosh, that ballpark has even been used as a reference in movies. Also, I mean, gosh, it crops up everywhere.
Yeah,
even James Taylor.
It's the oldest ballpark in the oldest ballpark in the country.
And I think it's about the fans too. The fans are just so colorful, and they just absolutely love whatever their home team is, no matter what ballpark they're in that they're representing. And that really,
except for the Rays. Except for the Rays, nobody cares because they're getting like 7,000 people a game.
Well, at least those 7,000 people like it.
No, they don't. They're there for the other team. You know what's sad is Major League Baseball. They said you can no longer count tickets sold. You have to count people through the turnstile who actually show up, and it's killing the attendances. And that's going to really hurt the Rays in order to get a stadium. And on the Tampa side, it's just. They've got to figure it out and how to get people to that ballpark.
All right.
It's such a bad ballpark.
So I just went to see if I was going to get tickets for tomorrow's game, Tampa Bay Rays versus Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
It's
a bad bid.
The cheapest are $17, and this is the nosebleed section.
Oh,
$17.
But here's the thing: you could probably drive up and get there. I don't know if there's anybody who's selling them in advance, but selling them outside. You could probably walk up to the ticket counter and get it for less. So,
you think?
They're going to sell out. Okay. Yeah, they'll drop the prices.
All right,
they'll drop their prices.
So I wanted to tell you the prices, but I also wanted to tell you how to survive the cheap seats at Major League Baseball. This is from cheatsheet.com.
Okay.
Which I've never even found this website before. Show up early, because no matter what seat you get, there's always a better one. All right.
Yes.
Pick a promotion day. Promotion day, you might be able to get a cheap sheet and actually get a gift, a bobblehead or something. Sit near the great concessions. I don't know why that would be better, but I guess that'd be good.
A shorter walk for your dog and a beer.
The one I like the best, however, is stroll around. People leave early or don't show up at all, and if you see a seat that's empty and the usher doesn't mind, just sit there.
Nice.
And I that's a really underrated part of a baseball stadium. Is I love to get there early, watch batting practice, be a part of that and the entertainment. And then during the game, I like to just walk around and check out the entire ballpark. Because a lot of these have like museums, the Rays have one, obviously. But you just go in there and you check out everything that they have.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff inside these places.
Do you know, can I tell you what I like? I've only been to a few of them, but you always have to go up and then you're looking down. And when you look down and you see the field all green and the lights just beaming on this thing, it's almost like Dorothy seeing Oz for the first time. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
When you're in Tampa. Except when you're in Tampa, where the grass isn't really green, it's just 7 different colors of plastic.
That's funny.
And the lighting's not that great either. It's kind of like not really that bright. There are dark spots. And then you look up and you see the dome is like this off-white, putrid, dirty color.
So when we used to give away tickets on the radio, we gave away pretty good tickets. They were very close to shortstop, right? Shortstop. And that whole section was for radio. Everybody in that section had won a ticket from a radio station. And so I always said to Robin, we could buy back then they were $8 for the nosebleed tickets.
Yes.
You could buy an $8 ticket and then just kind of check it out. If nobody, because people win tickets and don't show up all the time. There was a lot of empty seats in that little section. So I don't know if they all do it that way or if even the Tropicana Field still does it that way. But right by shortstop, that's the radio giveaway area.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you have to cover, in order to get those tickets, you have to actually play the game on your radio, and they're just brutal. And I don't like the radio guys for the Rays either. I don't think they're very good. So. Oh,
really?
Yeah. Don't.
Do they have tailgate parties during the baseball games also, like they do during the football games?
No, there's 162 games. You get there. Game starts at 7:30 on a Wednesday afternoon. You're not going to bother tailgating. You're just going to show up, go inside,
all right,
grab a hot dog, and sit down.
So we're going to wrap up this segment, but I wanted to let you know that after the news that you might be getting another bologna sandwich. I've been playing my bologna sounder because there's an ad, Galen, for people to somehow invest in this thing called Freedom Checks, and I looked into it. It's such a bunch of.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, it really is. I did a reverse search of one of the faces who's supposedly giving a testimonial. The exact same photo is on a dementia website.
Wow.
Well, he's an actor. Yeah, they probably even say that in there, that he's an actor.
I don't know. I don't know. Just don't believe it, please. It's not coming from us.
People do that. That's fine.
You know, local radio.
I appreciate that.
We try so hard to make sure that our listeners trust us, and then you have some crap like that comes through the network. How is it possible that Fox Radio doesn't get that that's nonsense? Oh my God!
Their check's clear.
Well, what does that say about you?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All they're about is money. We're about integrity here at WOCA.
May live in a mobile home.
I think Dan cheat on the golf course, though.
I don't know why I hear a sound in the background here. Where's that coming from? Where's that sound coming from? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's it. I see.
Oh, okay.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today, Larry. We're actually at a couple of locations. We're at Indigo East, and we're also at Rolling Greens.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Right.
Two sides of the county.
Coming to a retirement home soon to you. Near your retirement place, right. Whatever it is.
Hey, be careful out there, Galen. Thank you for what you do, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, sounds great, y'all. Thank you.
Fun segment. All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump and Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe talked about North Korea during their two-day visit in Florida, also trade and the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP.
President Trump says trade imbalances are being corrected through tariffs.
It's got us to the bargaining table with many nations, and in other cases, they're paying.
Though the president says the U.S. could be lured back into the trade pact if new terms more beneficial to the U.S. were offered.
Fox's Evan Brown. The president goes to Key West, Florida today to meet with an anti-drug trafficking task force and tour a naval air station. A 35-year-old ban on movie theaters in Saudi Arabia is over.
The Hollywood blockbuster Black Panther screened in a concert hall, part of the cultural reforms under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, reversing the ultra-conservative